Good morning, Kitchen Witches. This is your tarot and menu inspiration for the day. I'm Chef Lisa, editor-in-chief of A Chef's Grimoire magazine, and this is what we do in the magazine. We pull tarot cards, and that helps us menu plan. Gives us wonderful recipes that correlate with the meaning, the numerology, the symbolism of the cards. And it just brings you into a different mindset, right? So you're not constantly making the same meals over and over and over again and get in a rut, right? It brings you out of the rut. So these tarot pulls every day is just a taste of what we do in the magazine. So I hope you're enjoying them. And we did turn them into evergreen. So I'm not giving you an like this is structure for today being Wednesday the 5th of July, right? It's evergreen, so it doesn't matter when you're tuning in. These menus can be prepared anytime, and in watching day to day you can maybe make a list of the things that you really like and want to do in future. So again, it's just helpful, right? Anything that helps with menu planning is helpful. So the card of the day is the Page of Pentacles. Beautiful. I love pages. So, new to tarot? Okay. Don't get discouraged. Court cards are the most challenging cards to read. They just are, because they're personalities, not only of other people, but of us as well. So is it you or is it someone around you that's holding this energy? And the only way to know is with the cards that are around it in a spread. But when we have the single court card, we're dealing with its energy. So pages are the youngest member of the family that rules the suit, right? There's 4 suits in the tarot. There are pentacles, which is earth energy, the suit of earth, or the suit of pentacles, the element of earth. We have wands that are fire energy, all about our passions and our creativity and our drive. And then we have swords, which is the mental capacity, right? Mental stimulation, mental thoughts, and that is air element. And then lastly, cups, which is water, the element, and then cups are our emotions. So 4 families, 4 suits, and there's 4 members in each of the families. The youngest is the page, then there's the knight, then there's the queen and the king. Okay, so that behind us, what do pages represent? Think of a child. Easy enough, right? Children are very matter of fact. So if they're given something, say they love their teddy bear, right? And it's, a stuffed rabbit, right? But you want to take that rabbit and replace it with a teddy bear. Oh, no. It has to be the rabbit forever until they no longer need it, right? It could be years, it could be months, it could be days. It doesn't matter. It's up to the child. But what I'm saying is they are very focused on the things that they like, the things they don't like. So when we get to that mindset, very black and white, the things that we're teaching them are very yes, no, 1, 2, 3. Do you see what I'm saying there? It's very simple. And that's the way to look at this card as well, in simplicity terms about what pentacles are. In Tarot for the Wild Soul, Lindsay, who is the beautiful curator of that gem, says that the knight or the pages in the tarot cards they face you true north towards that element. So where the element could go all over the place, say fire, right? Fire can go everywhere because fire is fire under you that makes you motivated to move on, to do something that lights you up. It's passionate. And when you have a lot of fire energy, you could be doing 8 things at once, right? But if you get the Page of Wands many times over, like it's almost following you, every time you do a card pull, it's there, it represents you. It means come back to true north, come back to what that one thing is that starts your fire. There may be many things, but what's that one thing that you constantly go back to? It brings you back to the true north of what fire means for you. And it's the Page that does that. So Pentacles are an earthen element. So it's all about tangibility, right? It's things we can touch, feel, covet, hold, right? It's prosperity, but doesn't need to mean money prosperity. It's prosperity, whatever makes you feel like you have enough, right? For some of us, it's not money. It's more, I have a beautiful home, I have a beautiful family, I have people that love me and I love them. And that's all that they need in life. And that makes them feel rich and prosperous. Others, yes, the dollar is everything. So they're going to do what they can to make as much as they can. And that makes them feel prosperous. But when you get to that state of feeling prosperous, the next step is to give back, right? You have enough. So now it's time to give back, whether it be monetarily or doing something wonderful like baking muffins for your next door neighbor. You know, just give back. It's a really beautiful thing and it makes you feel good. Pentacles. So with the Page of Pentacles, we're thinking about going back to what makes us feel like we're connected with the earth. So is that taking the dog for a walk every morning where you can walk down your street, you see the same view, but it changes with the seasons. And, you know, you can see the trees leaf out in the spring, or fall when they come down, or winter when everything is just a white, white landscape, full of snow, and you've got your coat on, and you know you're going to walk back into a warm home. So that connects you to the earth. In the summertime, maybe going out for a picnic, right? Maybe just walking on the grass with no shoes on, or going to the beach, right? All of these things connect you back to the earth. And in doing that, it restores your essence, because we all are connected to the earth. We all are, even though it's hard today because we're not constantly outside. Instead, we have turned that around and now we're constantly inside for whatever reason. It's a little too humid today, I'm not going to go outside. There's too many mosquitoes. It's too cold. What else? Make up the excuse and it's there. But said and done, nature we're connected to it. It's like threads that just weave together. So we have to incorporate it into our lives in some way, shape, or form. And the Page of Pentacles will help you with that, right? So for today, your homework is to go outside. To just go outside. If it's a 15-minute walk, or whatever you can do to feel reconnected with the outdoors. Bring a little of the earthen energy back into you and ground yourself, because that's what it's all about, right? It'll help you. It'll help you feel a little less scattered. If you go for a walk in the woods or just down your street with not a lot of interaction from neighbors or what have you, you're really by yourself, Maybe don't wear your headphones, don't listen to music, just take in the sounds of nature. And it does recalibrate you. It brings you back to a more peaceful state, even if it's just a little, right? And every day you can maybe extend your exposure to the outdoors, some way, shape, or form. The page would definitely approve. So now we're going to bring the page into the kitchen because they love really interesting food. Foods that make you feel rich. So where I'm going with this is if you live in a city, it's very hard to connect with nature in cities. You can, there's tree-lined streets, there's a park or two, but it's difficult, right? There's always the noise of the traffic and all the outside, outside penetrating harshness that comes with city life. It just does. But what also comes with city life are those beautiful bodegas. And they have the best food. So I'm thinking the page would love to spend a day at the bodegas. Now, I'm thinking for breakfast, and if you don't live in the city, you can seek these things out pretty easily. I'm thinking bacon, egg, and cheese. You could go anywhere for that. You can go to the bagel shop. Doesn't have to be a bodega, but the bodegas do it the best. They do it on like a Kaiser roll, yeah? And you've got the bacon that's not too crisp, but not too soft either. It's just perfect. Your eggs that have been scrambled, put on top, and then the cheese gets melted all over it. And then it's just squishy and it's delectable, right? So bacon, egg, and cheese for breakfast is a yummy thing for the Page of Pentacles. For lunch, we are going to do a chopped cheese. Now, chopped cheese is very regional to New York. So it's kind of like a cheese steak. So if you're in Philly, you can do this too, right? Very easily. And pretty much maybe Italian, you can do even an Italian beef that does a dip. Anything like this will work, but the bodegas do a chopped cheese in New York City. And what it is just chopped up, probably a eye of round, right? That's very thinly sliced, and then it's chopped up and sauteed with some onions, maybe a little garlic, and then it's put into a hoagie roll, and it has cheese on top. And literally, guys, I mean, that's it. But it's got some spices in there that make it be very specific, right? That you'll always know you're eating a chopped cheese. And that's it. Chopped cheese for lunch. If you want to, you can do, I don't know. You're not going to go for a vegetable because this is like, it's not the most healthy meals, but they're delicious and they're very grounding, right? Remember, they're heavy because earthen energy is very heavy and dense. So that's where we're going with this. For dinner, we're going to hit the Dominican chicken bodega, and we're going to get the fried chicken, right? The Dominican fried chicken with rice, beans, and plantains. Delicious. So good. And again, only that particular region will do it just right. Now, that said, if all you have is a Kentucky fried chicken, okay, go for that tonight, right? We're going for the fried chicken. If you can get a Dominican fried chicken, it's just delicious, really. I don't even know what to begin to tell you how delectable it is. And then the rice, beans, and plantains just make it. So that is a meal for the Page of Pentacles. They would so approve of that. The earthen, the heaviness, the density of all of these meals are just make you rich, yeah? Rich foods make you rich. So that is the menu plan for the day. Compliments of the Page of Pentacles. And if you want to know more, if you want to explore a Chef's Grimoire magazine, all of the information is in the show notes, and you can hop on to achefsgrimoire.com for all the information. It's available in print and also digitally. So your choice. In the meantime, make sure that you nourish yourself and nourish all those around you with the love of the Page of Pentacles and all your kitchen magic. See you tomorrow.